Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to do the science version of the Herald difficulty. And as you can see, the length of the video is pretty long and this is going to be a really bad run. So definitely do not recommend going in this blind. Please do watch this video, and there are two parts. One is buffet, other is masochism. None are really good for skill characters because most of them they do a lot of bleed damage, so not the best for masochism. uh, they're not known for heal blocks and heal reversal, and I'm sure there are some characters who would be able to make quick work of this, but I thought I had a 565 fury and that would make this a lot easier. The first fight is sped up by a lot because it's an ant-man fight. It's really annoying. He was glancing my critical bleeds a lot of times, and I did because of how low my damage output was, I didn't want to use dex. The reason I'm going to take these special threes on purpose, I was thinking after this Ant-Man it would be a breeze. The final boss was a void, and I definitely recommend going for the shards, and the 3 days in which you get shards are the Vision Arcus one, then the Doom, and then this. And honestly, I think Vision Arcus is the easiest if you have the right counter, of course. And then this void is going to be a huge pain in the ass for me, and it has Mix Master, spoiler alert, and Mix Master in general it's just so hard, plus a void of this level, that kind of attack value, the degeneration damage, if you have the debuff even for a few seconds, that's just a lot of damage to take. And so yeah, Elsa Bloodstone I think can shrug off the debuff before it actually starts doing the damage, so she might be really good for this. But I don't have her at a high rank. I have a 565 Killmonger. He was locked in Alliance for defense, and this is the third one of the Herald difficulty. So after this, whenever I go in, I will be prepared. And I should say, when you go in blind, you it's a lot harder when you don't know what you're going to face, when you don't know the nodes, you can't pick the counters and stuff. So I did know that we will have the void boss, but the nodes on him is that's the thing that makes him crazy. And maybe it's just because I sucked in this time fighting him, and maybe after a few hours people will come up with a lot of counters and stuff. But also Nick Fury turns out to be pretty bad for this lane because of buffet. He might have been better for the masochism part. At least you could parry and get rid of the masochism, then land the light bleeds, which do the maximum damage. Here the problem is that because of the buffet that nullifies a fury, which is definitely the source of the big damage from Nick Fury. And here we are doing some decent damage, so I did trigger the buffet. But overall it's just annoying. I think looking at it now, I should have gone for SP1, but again I didn't have fury, so the evade counter, the tactical charges, wouldn't have lasted that long. So do let me know who are the best counters for these fights in the comment section, and that would help out other people. But I'm not going to do the second run in this map. I would just wait for Vision Arcus, and that one it's pretty easy, I'd say, if you have a Doctor Doom and a decent Mystic roster. Skill is one of those classes where, in general, I think skill is a pretty weak class at the current state of the game. Yeah, you have Nick Fury and Aegon, but after that, it's just Hitmonkey is also pretty cool. But after that, not that powerful offensive characters, in my opinion, compared to the other classes. They are obviously still Blade and Gwenpool and Elsa Bloodstone. A lot of good characters, but still. So path wise, I'd say I didn't choose the best thing for the first fight could have been a lot easier if I would have just gone in with a different character. I think Gwenpool and Blade would have both been better against that Ant-Man. But after that, like the path themselves are not that difficult. The Spadagwin, because of the evade, could be annoying, and the buffet in general is going to be annoying definitely, because like from the top of my head I don't see, like I can't remember a good buffet or masochism counter in the skill class. Maybe I'm just missing someone, I'm not sure. But the Mr. Fantastic could be a little annoying. He has unblockable specials, and don't push him to the SP2, and don't get hit by the SP1 like I did there. And but overall at this point I thought that yeah, I made a few mistakes for sure, but I'll still get through the quest without using any revives, because the final boss is just a void. And everyone, since I think True Course released the infographic for all the boss, all the herald difficulties and stuff, so everyone was looking forward to this void, because between Void, Doom and Vision Arcus in general, without any nodes, you'd probably always pick up Void. He's definitely the easiest defender, but because of Mixmaster and the node combination, and how also, I should say this, I didn't read the notes. I didn't know it was Mixmaster for 50% of the fight, and I couldn't figure out why he was evading, and I still just revived and went in. I died there. My mistakes. You could definitely solo this. It's not that tough. But yeah, because of buffet, it does make it a bit annoying. But overall, Gwenpool would finish off this fight pretty easily. And now we have the final boss. So again, at this point I was like, Gwenpool will probably solo this void. If not, Crossbones or Nick Fury as a 4-star might finish it up. Probably shouldn't have brought the 4-star Nick Fury, but here it was bleed immunity in the start, and that was fine. Not doing bleed damage sucks, but that wasn't the big problem in this fight. So here we are maintaining a combo with Purified that we just got clipped there. Not sure why he didn't evade. Maybe Gwenpool was the best counter to this void, and I just noticed. So I'm going to take in this force. Before reviving, of course, I used up my entire team. Don't worry, it's not going to be long with this 4-star Nick Fury. Again, as you can see, I didn't read the nose, so I don't know that this is Mixmaster. This is the first time he evaded, and now he's just keep evading. And look at that. It also has Spry, I think, which puts the debuff on me, and because of how Void works, that just deals so much damage. And you definitely should play around Mixmaster. You can stun him, so go for light medium or something like that. Use some heavy attacks maybe. I'm not really sure how Mixmaster works. There is a really annoying node in Lance War, but I've never taken it. Here I tried out Crossbones. As you can see, the block proficiency is definitely hurts Crossbones, but we have 5 hits in and already at look at that degeneration damage. It's over 1000, and yeah, it's just a rough fight in my opinion. Elsa Bloodstone might be a really good counter. I think she has evade counter as well. Not sure how that works with Mixmaster, but in general she is one of the best void counters. Gwenpool, I think after watching the Gwenpool fight, she might be the better option, but I went with Nick Fury because this doesn't have buffet, and I would start with the Fury, so I will do more damage. Again, I didn't look for the nodes, even though Void was evading like hell. So I'm going to do, I think, medium. Did I look at the nodes at this point? I'm not sure. So again, he evaded. So I also didn't realize that why I was dying when he was evading. I got the Mixmaster and evade stuff, but I'm when I'm doing the commentary, that's when I'm realizing that It also had spry, and that was putting a debuff on me, which was ended up killing me. But overall, like, this is just a really rough fight, and like, I don't want to do this again. I'm going to use all my entries on the Vision Arcus one with because Doctor Doom makes it a lot easier. In general, I have a much better Mystic roster than skill roster, and like, I'm just not a fan of this fight. At this point, he's down to less than 50%, and I was hoping that another revive would finish him off. I think at this point I know that it's Mixed Master, and I was also considering not posting this because of how rough it is and how long it is. But like, you should know that this is what you're going up against before you select the champions, and maybe just skip this day, or go to a lower difficulty, or like watch other videos, get to know some better counters for these. I'm sure like I'm missing something really obvious, and there are definitely going to be a lot of people coming out with content with a lot of counters and stuff. But in general, I think like the other two shards day were a lot more straightforward if you have a decent amount of characters of that class. Like, you don't have to think about counters that much. Maybe that's just my experience, I don't know. But overall, like, this was really annoying fight, and I definitely did not expect to throw in this kind of, like, these many items into this void, and I should not be doing that. I probably because like variant 5 is coming pretty soon. We have a lot of content coming, like the Omega boss rush and stuff, and missing out one day of these rewards wouldn't have mattered if I had quit. But like, to you, if you are not looking forward to this, I'm definitely going to suggest just wait out this one. Do the other ones, maybe the one with all the days, I think that's coming tomorrow. That could be easier if you are comfortable with fighting Airwalker. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and stay safe. Bye bye.